fantastic haul of chanterelle from the woods. And I'm going to show you a delicious breakfast treat using the fresh chanterelle, some smoked bacon and an egg. So what I have here is, I've just used streaky bacon that's been smoked with no rind on it. And what I'd like to do, or need to do with that, is just cut it into small pieces. And then in a frying pan, just going to start frying the bacon just to get some of that lovely sort of fattiness out of it. And I'm going to cook the mushrooms in the same pan. So that's my bacon chopped up. Over to a pan. Okay, and now to the chanterelle mushrooms. You might think, well, they look a bit dry, and actually what's happened is they've come up and they've sat in the sun for a day. But that doesn't matter. So all we're going to do with them is just rip them apart, and you can probably see actually how fleshy they are. I'm just ripping them apart, just make it easier for me to manage. It's going to be easier to eat as well. So with those, what I'm going to do with those now is pop them into the pan with the bacon. So the chanterelle have now had their time to cook, and you can see they've sort of cooked down now. Now's the time to add some cream. Must be double cream. And it's just going to pick up all that lovely flavour from the mushrooms and from the bacon. And all I'm going to do with that is bring that to the boil, bring it over to the board, and this is my time now to taste it and season it. I'm suspecting it won't need much salt because the bacon brings salt to the party already. It's delicious. So a little bit more salt and a nice squeeze of black pepper. Okay, I've got my muffin and I've cut it in half, and all I'm going to do, obviously you can put it in a toaster, I'm on the stove, I'm just going to sit it in a frying pan with nothing in it but just on the heat. Now to poach my egg, I've got a pan of water which is just simmering, so I brought it to the boil, turned it down so it's just sort of ripply on the top, and into that I'm going to put very roughly 1 teaspoon of vinegar, but critically no salt. The salt breaks down the white. So just to poach the egg, I'm going to crack an egg into a bowl, and then all I do is I just stir the water and drop the egg in. And just leave that to sit there just for about 3 minutes. And then it'll come together into a nice sort of golf ball shape. And really the secret of a poached egg, it's nothing to do with how we poach it, it's all to do with the freshness of the egg. So if it's a very fresh egg, it'll poach very easily. I'll just check the muffin, they're toasting off quite nicely. Just in a couple of minutes time we'll be able to assemble the whole dish onto a nice square white plate just to show the whole thing off. Okay, so the egg's had a couple of minutes, it's half a minute away, so I'm just going to start plating everything else up, and then we'll be ready for the egg. So there's my muffin that I've toasted. I'm simply going to put that in the middle of the plate. My egg is going to be ready now. I've got myself a slotted spoon and some kitchen raw. And what I want to do with that is just take off the excess water. You've got a lovely toasted muffin, or you could just use a piece of toast, but take off that water. You can just very carefully place the egg on top of your muffin. I've kept it runny in the middle. And then just warm these mushrooms and bacon through with a little bit of cream sauce. I'm just going to, what I like to do is completely cover the egg, just so it's almost a surprise for the lucky recipient. Just stream down a little bit of the all that lovely flavour out of the pan. Just because we've got some, just as a bit of green, a little bit of watercress, and I'm just going to put the other muffin, the top on, and just support it like that. And that would be my chanterelle breakfast muffin. Now I'm ready to eat it.